Stamper fans. Welcome to another Make It Monday. I am Nan Gerlitz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Bloomington, Illinois, and I'm happy to have you with me tonight, whether you're watching live or you're catching the repeat. I'm happy that you're here. Yeah, I am usually live at 7 p.m. Central every Monday night here on my YouTube channel, but starting next week, November 28th, I'm switching back to Facebook Lives. But I will be loading the videos afterwards back up onto YouTube. So if you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, you'll still get the same videos. You won't be able to see them live. You can follow me on Facebook for that. But all the great content is still there, so no problem, okay? Let me let you know there is a link to my Facebook page in the video description, so you can find me over there. But I am Stamper Nan pretty much everywhere on the internet, so pretty easy to find if you just remember that. All righty. So if you are watching live, go ahead and drop a comment so I know who's joining me. And if you're catching the replay, you can go ahead and comment that you're catching the replay. I do see all the comments that come in, so if you have any questions or anything like that, we'll be sure to see them. Okay, this is adorable. So the Stamper Man is over babysitting the grandboys. So Jeffrey and James say, hi, Gramster. Hi, Jeffers. Hi, Jammers. I love that. Hi, Penny. So glad you could make it. All righty. So tonight we have a super easy Christmas card that I'm going to show you how to do. And I will be featuring easy Christmas cards over on my Facebook page all this week. So if you don't follow me over there already, go ahead and follow me over there so you can see those. It is not too late to make your own Christmas cards, people. You just need to keep them simple. And simple does not mean boring. Simple can be fabulous. So, all right, let's go ahead and switch the camera and we'll see how we're doing here. I also wanted to share a little something that was waiting on the table for me Friday morning. Those of you that do follow me on Facebook probably know that Friday was my birthday. So here is the fabulous birthday card that the Stamper Man made for me. And a fun fold. How cool is that with our new embossing folder that we just got on Thursday? So he peeled open that package and made this. And you'll notice here, if I can get it there, he's embossed the flowers. So he's put Versamark over them after the color. And then clear embossing powder over that. So you can emboss in any color you have when you do that. So super, super fun. And red is my favorite color, of course. So that was a really pretty surprise. Thank you so much, honey. Okay, so as always, I have linked all of the supplies in the video description along with the cardstock measurements. So you can sit back, relax, and watch how this comes together. And then you can go grab the link for all the details later and you don't have to worry about that. Yes. And he says, nice job, Russ. That's right. Oh, I was pretty impressed by that, let me tell you, because I know he only had Thursday to do that, because Friday morning we both got up and headed out to the train station to go to Chicago. So, all right. So what have we got for you tonight? We are using the Vintage Christmas stamp set, and that is because I wanted a fun Christmas greeting that would fit into my oval punch, and this one did the trick. I love this greeting. Pretty fonts. All right, we are using 2 ink pads. Well, I used 2 ink pads to make this one, Bermuda Bay and Soft Suede. But tonight, I'm going to show you how to do it with just Bermuda Bay, and it'll look slightly different. But I've got a little tip for you that may be new to some of you people. So we'll see how you like it. All right, for our cardstock, let me get that out of the way. We are starting with a base of Soft Suede, and this is 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4, just like pretty much every other week. I do need to start doing some fun folds to show you guys, so yeah, I'll put that on the list. All right, our next layer is going to be Bermuda Bay, and this is, let me double check. Yes, 5 1/4 by 4. Then we have a layer of Designer Paper designer series paper from our Storybook Gnomes designer paper. And this one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So I just have that skinny border of the Bermuda Bay. And I've also cut an extra strip of these Christmas trees from the same paper. It didn't matter, which strip it was. It was just happened to be on the bottom. So I got that. And then we have a couple of pieces of our basic white. We have a 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece for the inside. And then we have a strip. This happens to be 1 inch wide. And it's just a scrap, so it just has to be big enough for your oval punch. All righty, so let us get started. We are doing very minimal stamping tonight, so let's get that out of the way right away. So I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay ink pad. Let me find my stamped pad. The other two things we're using tonight are dimensionals and our double oval punch. Forgot to mention it. Okay, so we are going to, this guy's losing its sticky. You'll find that happens with your photopolymer stamps. Sometimes the bottom that goes on the block loses its sticky. So you can take that right to your chamois and just clean the underside as well, because it gets oils from your hands or dust from the environment, things like that. And then it'll make it more sticky. You can also give these a little bit of a bath in like a Dawn dishwashing liquid. Just kind of soak them in a little tub real quick, but be very careful that none of them go down the drain. So maybe you want to get one of those dish tubs or something like that, or a cereal bowl, so you don't lose any of your stamps. Okay, so the one little bit of stamping we're doing tonight is our little greeting. And this is why I love designer paper, because this card looks really pretty and it looks like you spent some time on it, but it's really all up to the designer paper. So we will stamp our greeting, get that out of the way. And then I am just going to pop this into our punch. Now the double oval punch has one that is, as you can see, scalloped edged. And it has the straight one. We're just going to use the straight one. The scalloped edge oval is a little bit larger. So if you wanted a layer, you could definitely punch that out and layer this on top of the larger layer. And you'd have that definition, right? But I'm going to show you the way I did the definition. I did it with my soft suede ink pad. You can see it's just got kind of a little edge. So all I'm doing is taking my ink pad and I'm just going to roll along the edge of this punch out. And it's just going to color the edges and it's going to seep kind of a little onto the front. And you'll see that we've got a little bit more up top than we do on the bottom. So just go over it as many times as you want, however you want to get the look that you want. And I like that because it gives it just a little definition. It doesn't add any weight to your cards at all. And it doesn't add any layers or anything like that. So if you're working on a budget and you have limited supplies, just use your ink pad and color the edge of that punch out and you're golden. Yes, it's actually Bermuda Bay that I'm using. But yes, you could use the Bermuda Bay, or I think this is mint macaron in the background of this. You could do that. You could do your soft suede, absolutely, and layer those two ovals together. I wanted to keep it simple and just use just the white and the papers I already had. You could definitely, I think I know where you're going, Penny. So you could punch, and you know what? Let's do that. Let's see how that would look. So I could take this. Oh, see? I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I could just get 2 out of it, right? I'm wondering how far in that is. What Penny is saying is I can cut these ovals from the center of this Bermuda Bay, the Bermuda Bay layer, and it would be covered by the designer paper. My worry is that I'm not sure how far the distance between the bottom of this oval and the bottom of the cardstock is. I can't quite tell. Well, you know what I could do? Let's just give it a little poke. So you guys can't see that, but I can. Oh yeah, that's plenty of room. Good call, Penny. Let's do it. So I am just going to punch both of these because if I only punched this one, I think it would be, see, way too close to the edge of that cardstock, and then it might ruin my layer. But it's in the middle now, and no biggie deal. So there's a couple of different options for you. So let's go ahead and attach this guy. Get my, it's so funny that we do this. So Russ and I have talked about this. You know, you have your, like, this is the top side of my cardstock. It doesn't matter, but we always flip it over to put the adhesive on the quote unquote back of the cardstock. Really doesn't matter which way we do it, but we kind of all do it. And apparently a lot of you do as well. So we'll just center that up. We are going to center up this designer paper over that layer. So once again, it's just a skinny border. And now I'm going to reserve that and see if I want to use it or not. I'll use it for something else if I don't use it tonight. Let's see. Okay, so now I need to cut some trees. And this is another reason I used this particular design, because it's super, super easy to cut straight triangles out of stuff, right? So I am going to, I really like this kind of tree with the squiggly design. It's really pretty. I'm going to do that one first. We're just going to go straight up on the other side. I'm just leaving a little bit of a border there. Boom, easy peasy. And then I'm going to cut a couple of more, and that's going to decorate the inside of my card. So this little strip is just going to be perfect for all my little needs tonight. And this kind of thing, like if you had a triangle punch or a die or something like that, that would fit perfect. But if you didn't, there we go. Wanted a third one. You could do this while you're watching all your favorite Christmas movies, or if you're waiting for cookies to bake in the oven, or hey, on Thursday, if you're making Thanksgiving meal while you're up at, I don't know, 4 a.m. or something, putting that turkey in. I'm not in charge of that. So, you know, you could just cut out all your little trees and have them all ready, and the rest is super, super easy. So let's get our, so funny, that one keeps faking me out because it's triangular, but it doesn't have a tree on it. So let's get our liquid glue out, and we're just going to put a little dab on these trees. I'm going to pick out, I'm going to do my favorite one on top. So we'll just kind of offset those a little bit. I like this design the best, so I'll put it in the middle. Boom, that's the inside of our card. We'll go ahead and pop that on the inside. I know I usually get this part done first, but I had to wait because I had to cut things. Okay, so now when I did this particular card, same tree. I put it over that tree on here, but it'll fit over any of these. So I'm just going to cover up a different one in the same spot. But this guy will go up on dimensionals. And here's another little frugal, save your money kind of thing. So you get like 300 dimensionals to a pack. They're super inexpensive and they last a long time, right? But I like to use even these edges. So if I just cut that little strip, now I've got a little thin piece that'll go straight up the middle of that tree for me. And I'm using all my dimensionals that way because the edges work just as well as the middles. So we're going to pop that up, and then you can really see that when you're in person, obviously. It was kind of hard to photograph on Friday night. So Okay, so if we pop this on there, what do you think? Do we like it with the scallop or without? Any opinions? What do you think, Penny? You like it with or do you like it without? I think I might like it with. Let's do it. So a little bit of adhesive. Pop this on. And then this one's going to go flat to the card because I want to tuck it in behind that tree. It'll kind of anchor it all together then. So there are your two versions of this card. It really took no more materials to make. You like it with, thank goodness, because that's what I decided. So there's that. And I do, of course, have an alternative version to this card. Same layout, different paper pack. So you're going to get a totally different look here. Put my stuff away. And this is with the Celebrate Everything pack. So this is like your Dr. Seuss version of that card. And just cut one of these guys out. And I think it's a different one on the underneath. Like I said, as long as it's the same shape, you can cover any of these. And I did that little trick with the Poppy ink pad. So it gave that greeting layer just a little bit of definition in this bold print, right? And then on the other side of that same paper is this pretty little poppy with the bows, which I thought was pretty Christmassy as well. So I just cut a strip and flipped it over for the inside instead of cutting out individual ornaments. So very easy way for you to get quick Christmas cards done. Like I said, while you're watching your Christmas movies or anything else, you can cut out your little shapes from your Christmas paper. I feel like you could do this with wrapping paper, guys. You probably wouldn't be able to pop it up. You'd need to put it on something heavier. So maybe, clip it to some white cardstock and then cut it out. And then you could pop it up. But you could just do wrapping paper and then a greeting. So use your imagination, and then it could match your gift. How fun would that be? And we have so many colors of cardstock that I'm sure you could find a cardstock to match your wrapping paper, or you could just get that thick white and use that as your card base, and you'd be good to go. So lots of little tips for you here tonight. I want to remind you that next week I am moving lives to Facebook, still at the same time, 7 p.m. Central. So you will find me over there. That link again is in the video description. So if you need to know where my Facebook page is, you can find that there. Let me also, there we go. I feel like I can talk to you better. I'm not distracted by everything. So the other thing I wanted to tell you all, do I have it around here? Yes, hold on. Is this catalog, our current mini catalog, which is, we like to call the holiday mini, but it's the July through December catalog. On December 1st, which is just next week, we are going to have a last chance product sale. So there's a lot of products that are in this catalog that will be retiring after the end of the year, and they'll be available while supplies last. Some of them will even be at a discount, so that'll be fabulous, and I'll be posting more about that on Facebook and to my email newsletter. So if you're not on either one of those, you can either follow me on Facebook to get the info or message me your email address to get added to my email list. And I will make sure you're up to date on that as well, so you can get your favorites before they're gone and hopefully at a discount. So, all right. I think that's all I have for you tonight. Remember, next week, I'll see you over on Facebook. Until then, I'm still Nan Gerlitz. Happy stamping.